Yeah, I wasn't here for that one.
Tom's not the boss, okay.
I was in South Dakota.
On the 22nd, he wasn't here. So
I wasn't
Tom
here.
and Jim was here. Okay. Dang, Bum,
We wanted to see
No,
how
I think I was here for that.
compares.
was she sick?
I wasn't here.
We're on.
We're on. I wasn't here, I know that.
Good morning. Go ahead and call this meeting to order. Before we get started, let me read through our role as a board and kind of the order in which the meeting will run today. We're the 2025 Board of Equalization and Review for Union County, and we have been appointed by the county commissioners to hear all taxpayers with respect to concerns/complaints regarding the valuation of their property for tax purposes. Property owners appearing before the Board of Equalization and Review have a right to a fair and equitable hearing. The Board of Equalization and Review has been charged with ensuring that the proper legal principles have been applied in a valuation dispute for tax purposes. So the way the meeting will work, before we get started and before you come forward, the county will come up and locate the property on the monitor, so we're all looking at the same property. You'll come to the mic up front. The book that'll be to your left is the same book that we have here, okay? And if we reference page numbers on there, the page numbers are usually at the bottom in red, okay? At that time, you'll go ahead and present your information to the board. The board will then have a chance to ask questions of you. When that's finished, you'll have a seat. The county will come forward. They'll present their information. The board will have a chance to ask questions to the county. They'll have a seat. Then we'll give each party up to a 5-minute rebuttal time. We do ask that you keep your presentation, to 10 minutes or less, and when it gets to be about 8 minutes, the clerk will give you like a 2-minute warning. If you're presenting any sales data, the sales data needs to be as of 1/1/25. It cannot be after that date, since the effective date of the property reevaluation is 1/1/25. Any and all questions need to be directed to me as chairman. After we hear all the cases on the agenda today, we'll then go into the deliberation phase of the hearing, and that's when we'll render our decision. If we decide to table it, you'll be notified with the chance to reappear. Typically, after we make our decision, the county will notify you in writing within about 30 days, but you're welcome to stay for the deliberation phase as well. By statute, the burden of proof is on the taxpayer to demonstrate that the assessment is erroneous. Only individual taxpayers or licensed residential or certified real estate appraisers licensed to do business in the state of North Carolina may express an opinion of value of real property. No other persons, whether attorneys in fact, attorneys at law, or corporate representatives, are entitled to express an opinion of value of real property. So before we get started, just remind everybody to silence your cell phones. And any questions? If not, we'll get started.
All right, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
We are going to start with hearing number 1. This is for property key number 08291001. This is for Gerald Openhall and Virginia Bryan. This was an appeal that was originally heard on September 22nd, and we had tabled it in order for the county to provide additional information regarding the FEMA on several parcels that the board wanted to see.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning, Will.
Just as a refresher, location-wise, we are basically at the corner of Rocky River and Lawyers Road. You'll see the roundabout just south of the property. That's Rocky River, this is Lawyers Road, and our subject is right here. Everybody clear?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's expound. I'll expound on this.
Okay.
The board members asked to have the county go back, let me get to the right page, and show the flood that was on certain parcels that y'all had requested. If you turn to the very last page of the packet, behind one, you'll have a map. that I created. It's got 7 parcels indicated on that map. And on that's the 7 parcel, including the subject. So six parcels y'all requested us to find the flood on. And the 7th that's indicated there is a subject. Does everybody see that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So if you turn to page 62, that's just the page previous to the map, you will see the breakdown on the flood for those parcels. So I'll just go really quickly. The larger parcels, parcel 07, 015, 6 was just to the north of the subject, and 015, 005 to the north of the subject. And then parcel 08, 291, 017, which is to the east of the subject. They all have flood that be given off accordingly and properly according to the flood zones that are on that property, just as the subject does. If you notice this little, the parcels that end in 20L, 20M, and 20B.
Is he pointing to it on the screen?
Yeah, those are the 3 right here, are the top 3 that you'll see on the spreadsheet.
Give you a little background on those 3 parcels. Those do not have flood given. The reason is, and it's an error on our part, and we will fix that going point forward. That was a platted subdivision when we valued it last time, and we had sales within that neighborhood. There were 8 homes built in there, and they did not sell any different whether they had larger acreage or not. A lot of that extra acreage was in flood, so we didn't see any difference in the sale prices, so they didn't get flood. We didn't give any adjustments. This time around, we did not have enough sales. Of course, we didn't have any land sales in there, so they were combined with the rural area, so that we'd have sales to value those.
Okay.
And at that time, it was missed that we should have given them flood off. So we will be going point forward in adjusting those accordingly, properly.
Even though
So,
they're in a subdivision?
well, it's a mini, small subdivision, only 8 lots. And like I said, we had plenty of sales the last time around. We had the land sales in there to value it, so we did.
Okay.
This time, there were no sales, of course, it's built out.
Yeah.
And there's nothing around it that really would have been proper and accurate to value it with as far as other subdivisions, because they do vary greatly in acreage, because a lot of that acreage is within that flood zone on 4 of those lots.
Right.
And so we valued it as the rural, with the rural sales. And again, the appraiser who combined it into the rural neighborhood, they just missed the flood zone and that they needed to give flood. They just combined it and went forward. Yeah, so we do need to add flood to those to make sure those are treated fairly and equitably with surrounding properties.
Okay.
But all the other 3 properties that y'all asked for had previously been in the rural area and were giving the flood accordingly, properly.
Can you show me those 3 properties?
Yes, sure.
Yes,
On the screen, if you don't mind. All right.
don't mind, Will.
So
All right, that's one.
1017 is right here, which is directly next to the top 3, which are
Right.
here. And then the subject is right here.
Correct.
And you'll see 005 here and 006 here. So these are adjoining our subject.
But the 3 that need flood, is that the ones you're asking for, Mark? If you'll point at those 3 for Mark, if you don't mind, Will.
That would be these 3 right here.
Those are you're going to have to make change on it.
Yeah, they currently have no flood.
Yes.
Okay.
Question I have is, if you had it as a platted subdivision and you did it, did you assign the same value to all the lots, even though you didn't have sales? So shouldn't you
We
just-
had sales last time.
I know, but even if you don't have sales, you had to assign value to all these lots as platted subdivision, correct?
No, we valued it as rural.
The whole neighborhood?
Yes.
In 21.
There's
On a per acre basis.
on a per acre basis.
Yeah.
Because there's lots of small, platted neighborhoods that we combine with rural that are just a few lots, maybe 4 or 5 lots or 10 lots, and they vary in acreage, and we combine those with rural usually.
Right.
Because they act like rural when they resell. But when they sell originally, they usually sell them, they have sales and they set the prices.
Right.
When they go to resale, they just get absorbed into the market.
In other words, it may have a subdivision name. but
Correct.
It appears more rural
That's
in
exactly right.
nature.
Yes,
So
sir.
therefore, you judge it that way.
Seems to go both ways, and that bothers me.
Well, I think it's just because it's so small, it's a
Right.
platted,
Right.
small subdivision.
Plus, in my
At what
opinion-
point,
Go ahead.
at what point would that cease? In other words, how big would a subdivision has to be before that ceased? That benefit ceased?
Right.
To look at it like that.
So if it was a subdivision that it would have to be sizable, and we would have to have sales within there to be able to derive a market value from. We would have to have sales. This is only 8 parcels,
Right, I know that area.
and we didn't have sales to go off of, so we had to pull the surrounding rural area sales to get a
I
value.
can see exactly why you did it like that.
Right. Now, if it was a larger subdivision.
Right.
That could support itself as far as sales, or if there was something similar to it nearby that had sales, we would have considered that. But out here, there just wasn't.
I got you.
Yes, sir.
I
I
see it.
mean, this seems to have a road going into all those lots, and these are not small houses. These are big houses that take up most of the lots, so they're not gonna be subdivided again, it appears.
That's correct.
That's what I was gonna say about those houses is, yes,
They're
they
big
might have
houses.
floodplain, but, you know.
The
people usually
floodplain's
just have-
out, you know, those 3 houses there, yeah, the
Yeah,
floodplain's in the
backyard.
backyard, that's fine. But this seems like it's a subdivision, but that's,
Yep. Yes, sir.
I would've just thought you would had a common price for all those lots, and like a regular subdivision.
If we would have had sales in there, we would have.
Yeah, but when you only got 4 or 5, you're never gonna, you're gonna have a sale every 15 years.
That's my point. Yes, sir. Right.
That's why you went rural.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can see that.
Okay.
So how does that play out with the parcel?
Across the creek.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember, were we trying to figure out, did that?
I don't think we could see the flood across Lawyers Road. Is that primarily what it was, I believe?
You just wanted to make sure that the other parcels were treated equitably with this.
Right.
That was, we were trying to
You
figure out how they handled
realize,
the
by
ones.
going back and looking at it,
Or
that
the
they were not
subdivision.
given a 45% discount
Correct.
compared to the one. Look at this line here.
Yes, sir.
The adjoining properties weren't given, they didn't need a discount to amount to much. This one needed a bunch.
I was here for this, I remember this.
Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Marshall, do you have any additional information for us, or that
No,
Yeah,
that's pretty
okay.
much it.
question?
What's the equity issue?
Yeah, and we'll give the appellant who's here a chance to speak too, but I mean, we'll go ahead and maybe get questions from the county. So, Mr. Ashcraft, do you have any additional questions for the county? Mr. Smith?
I guess there wasn't an appeal on number 1, on the buildings or
No.
the structure?
No.
Okay, because I couldn't see from these pictures, is there actually a house there?
On the subject?
Yeah, number 1. I see the pictures I can see of these sheds,
Yeah, so
but I'm not sure there's a picture I can see of a house.
There it is.
The house.
There is a house,
Yeah, the
okay.
house sits right here.
Yeah, the picture doesn't, these pictures are, it's dark on that one that we
Yeah,
have.
they're not great pictures.
They're
And-
not
And there
great
are some
pictures.
outbuildings. We conducted a field visit out there.
Yeah.
And we were able.
Outbuildings didn't look like much.
No, we reduced a lot of what we had on outbuildings.
Yeah,
Which
I
is
would-
why
I'd
you
say
see
they
them
were
decrease. Yeah.
Virtually decrepit.
Yeah,
It's whatever the real house is your value, correct?
correct. Correct,
Okay.
house and then the 21 acres and
Okay,
the flood discount.
thank you.
Okay. Mr. Benson?
I'm good, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. O'Keefe?
Just so that I understand, in looking at, because I recall that we were trying to figure out how those houses to the north and east, or how the properties were being evaluated, and there were very weird property lines
Right.
in there. It's a very strange-looking neighborhood. What you're saying is that when you come back in the next reevaluation, whenever that happens, they will now be layered on to the 45% will, I'm anticipating they will see their taxes go, or valuations go down,
Correct,
correct?
for the three that are in the
Correct, to the north,
subdivision.
to the
Yes.
north and the east.
Yes.
Okay, and that's really, I think, the question I was trying to get at when we asked for more information. So what we'll do is, relatively speaking, how does the change in how we're going to interpret or evaluate these four properties to the north and east in the next reval, what will that do to this property, the subject property?
It
Or will
wouldn't
they
affect it
simply
this-
all now be treated the same?
They'd be treated the same, so the base pricing is going to be the same, based on house and acreage. And then on top of that, we take, the flood influence and discount it from there. So they'll all be treated the same.
But the flood influence, basically what we've done in going back and reviewing this is looked at bringing those 3 or 4 properties to the north and west, or north and east, in line with the subject property
Correct.
now. So
Correct.
it's really, I just wanted to make sure I was getting it. And
Yes.
that's what you're seeing too. I just, thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate y'all going back and looking at this.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
if I may, for Mr. Smith, if you look behind page 13,
Behind page 13.
you'll see a photo of the dwelling. And I know it is kind of dark, and you may have
Well,
already seen.
that's what I think I looked at,
Okay.
and I couldn't see
Okay.
diddly, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a picture, I see virtually nothing on it.
Yeah,
I guess there's a ranch house on it. I'm guessing from what I see.
just kind of dark.
It's in the trees, you can't barely see it. And then I see pictures of old sheds. And that was my question. I couldn't, from this picture, couldn't tell what it was.
Yeah, sometimes the angle,
Yeah.
The sun,
yeah, no.
Yeah.
yeah, all you see is shade.
Yeah, you can see it
Yeah.
pretty good.
I
now.
couldn't tell if I was looking at the shed or the house.
That is a dwelling.
You know what I'm saying? In
Yes,
these
sir.
pictures, I couldn't tell nothing.
It's
I got a lot of pictures of the shed. And I see what it is.
And
And
just,
then there's another dark picture that could be the back of the house at the very end or near the end, mixed in between these shed pictures. And then there's some little structure down in the woods.
With the white fence.
yes, sir.
I see the white
Yeah,
fence, and I can
there's
barely
picture
see a
of the-
house.
There is a picture of the back of the home as well.
That is the back. So this is a story and a half house or something
It
like
looks like a
that?
two-story home.
Deemed a two-story?
Yes, a two-story home.
Okay,
Yes,
from the
yes,
front
sir.
it doesn't look like it, but I
I'll-
can't see enough to tell.
If you'll turn to page 50, you'll see all of the buildings listed out, and we have brought the values down to 0 on the outbuildings. And that was based on our field visit to the property.
Yeah. Page 50?
Yes.
That's kind of what I was looking for, is the breakdown between really kind of what was on the improvements and what was on the land, even though it might not matter in the grand scheme of things. And then, Mr. Marshall, on the flood, on that last page,
Yes.
the difference between the blue and the pink, I reckon, is less severe flood.
Correct. And I actually don't have that, but each color change is a different designation within the flood plain. Some receive 10%, some receive 45%.
For the sake of educational purposes, what does each one mean?
The likelihood of it actually flooding.
No, I meant, yeah, percentage-wise, like the pink,
10,
Pink is 10%.
blue,
45% off.
greenish thing?
It's 45 as well.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for the education.
Yeah.
And Mr. Chairman, if I will, just to clarify something Mr. O'Keefe was asking, I may have misunderstood what he was asking, but I just wanted to clarify for him. The only parcels that weren't already treated equitably with the subject were the 3 in that neighborhood. The others were already treated exactly the same.
Understood, thank you.
Right. Okay. All right, I think I've got everybody for the county. Any additional questions for the county? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Marshall. Sure. Okay. Is it Mr. Oprah and Ms. Bryan? Yeah. Any comments? Okay.
Okay, I remember that.
What you had to say about being treated equitably, and the information
You gotta talk to
Well,
the
you
mic.
need to get up to the mic.
I do like the information, or your comment about being treated equitably. The three comps that we provided today were based on, one of the gentlemen up there pointed out to me that when we provided comps on the first visit, there were, all we could find in MLS for flood sales were a couple in Marshville and around, and one of the gentlemen on the board pointed out they're not in our neighborhood. Well, our perspective was, it's Union County. It should be like, if I was doing it, it would be a standard in the county, okay?
Right.
And we're not done. My wife's a realtor broker, okay? We're not going to provide property values. We're just giving you some information off the unioncounty.gov website. But we understand if you get into an expensive development, property values go up, so the taxes are going to go up. But ours is a standalone property. We saw where you have neighborhood name designations on our house, and we have three comps here. But what I do want to point out to you is, Mr. Will pointed out they gave us a 45% discount on part of it, but before the discount, the land would have been increased $658,000, okay, before, in order to bring it down, a 45% discount, to bring it down to whatever it is now. That's on the original information. It's $296 now. That's what your current valuation is. The previous valuation was $113,500 for the land. Right on the paper I submitted today for each of you, the 2025, $296,200, that's a $182,700 increase, 38.3% increase in the land. That's and our tax is going up $579. And I heard you gentlemen referring to other properties that once you apply the 45% discount, that their tax should come down. Well, ours went up $579. Okay, but look at these three comps. Okay, 6023 Rocky River Road. Rocky River, our property line basically bounces across on top of and back and forth across the creek. And the property on Rocky River Road on the corner that backs up to our property is 6023 Rocky River Road, 0.15 miles from our house. 2023, the valuation was $154,400. Your new valuation is $89,100. That's a $65,300 decrease. You decreased the value of their property by 57% and decreased the tax by $480.96. Once again, I want to come back to your equitable treatment comment. That is what we're pointing out to you today. The second property is right across the street. It's one of the numerous properties that fringe on the floodplain, but it's directly across the street. It's one of the several properties that's on the airport property. I gave you the parcel number. It's not a big decrease, but it did decrease in tax. Well, once again, our tax went up $579.75. This third comp, 200 Cunningham Lane, it's 50.56 acres, approximately 2.5 times as many acreage as ours. Now, you increased the value, but like almost $1.5 million, and I understand, okay, it's 50.5 acres, but their total tax being 2.5 times as much acreage and 2.5 times the valuation of our property, they're only paying $85.12 more than we are in tax. Now, I'm just pointing out the equitability of all this. There is none applied to our property. There's not. When our next door neighbor gets their property decreased by 57% and a decrease in tax by $480.96, and our tax is $882,700 increase, 38.3% increase, and an increase of tax, $579.75. Those are our next door neighbors. There's no equitability there. And this is off the unioncounty.gov website.
And we don't deal with the tax per se. I mean, we're dealing with value.
Okay.
I
Well,
mean,
somehow or another,
Some of these,
somebody,
I'm not saying all of them or any of them really. If some of this is in the farm use program and that kind of thing, especially this larger tract, I mean, I don't know if it is or not. I mean,
I understand what you're
Yeah,
saying,
okay.
but this one property, I'm just going to say, comp number one, right behind our property, it backs up to the creek, our property backs up to the creek. There are next door neighbors, okay? There's not a farm there, okay? It's 2.96 acres, and it's all woods and a house. Very, very little open land where you can even walk around. So I just don't understand how the property next to us gets a 57% increase in tax. If you guys don't deal with it, who does?
Yeah.
Is it
Let-
you, or is it you, Mr.
Wait a
Will?
minute, wait a
Who's
minute.
making these
Wait a minute.
decisions?
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
Okay, all right.
And let me just see if the board members have questions, and maybe we can get some clarity to this.
Thank you.
Mr. Ashcraft's got something.
So this property that you're talking about,
The first comp?
Yes.
yours is OA291001 on Lawyers Road, right? That's your property.
Yes, sir.
You have approximately 22 acres.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, you said something about 2 acres on here. This is the Rocky River?
Yeah, if you
Okay,
look,
okay. Are you-
I'm just trying, go
Let
ahead,
me talk first.
please. Yes, sir.
So I don't know exactly the location of that. So it's a '07. How far is that from here? Does anybody know?
I pointed out to you on,
It's on the.
Wait a minute,
11A?
he can,
11A
the
next
county
door.
can point it out for us.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping the county would do. Excuse me. I just wanted to see it.
Oh, I got it right down. Down here.
Yeah, that's what I was pointing to for you. Yeah. Well, that's, he said 106.
11A.
That's 11A. He also mentioned the number 6.
It does have a different township number. I think.
Good, that's why we have to find out
Yeah.
exactly where it is. Where
Yeah.
is it?
It's right.
Is that right there?
It's right there.
That's a weird lot.
Okay. So I don't know what, so you're saying it decreased in value?
whoever
I'm
applies,
shocked. You're
whoever
saying it.
does these designations decreased, that's comp number one on the information we submitted to you today. And the parcel number matches the parcel Mr. Will brought up. Yes, $65,300 decrease from 154.4.
Okay, so what you're telling us today is you brought us more information.
Yeah, well.
Okay, you
but
brought
it-
us more information, which, you told us. And I would have to, we'll have to get the county to get up and address that property on that one. I didn't know how close it was to you. I thought since it was '07, I thought it was further away, but somebody can explain it to me.
Yes, sir. The value on that property is $399,500.
So is that a decrease from 21?
No, sir. Previously, in 2024, it was $255,200.
But if I might point out,
So it increased in value.
Correct.
but
You're saying it decreased.
the
in-
land part, I'm pointing out the land part, and Mr.
What-
Will's the one that's
the
telling me
total
that
part.
the
Yeah, we're-
land part is what's gone up, 60% is what you said over the past 4 years? But I'm just giving you the land information off of your website. That's all I'm pointing out, because that's where the most significant increase on our property was on the land.
Okay.
And basically, they're our next door neighbor.
And then the next one is close by, I'm sure. 'cause
Across the street.
Across the
Yes,
street, good. And it's only 7.8 acres. And then you got another 07015,004, 200 Cunningham Lane, that's almost 50, it is 50 acres of land.
yes, sir.
And that one went up.
Yeah, the valuation went up, and I would agree with that. And it basically is 2.5 times the valuation of our property and 2.5 times the acreage. But they only pay $85.12 more than we do in tax. How is that?
Okay, that is the property I would ask the county to let us know, is it under farm deferment or, he's making all these comments, which is fine because you looked at it online.
Yes, sir.
But until I get it verified through the county, right?
Right,
I
right,
mean,
that was the first thing I thought of. I mean,
That's what I thought
but
you
I'm
were
not
gonna do,
sure.
but he
Yeah,
changed it, went back
right.
to 2.7 acres
Yeah.
and didn't let you finish.
Yeah.
Can I ask, who does make these valuation designations and these decrease in taxes? Who does that?
Mr. Chairman, if I may.
Yeah,
Yes,
Mr.
So the values assigned to properties are based on scheduled values that the Board of County Commissioners adopt every fall before a reappraisal happens. It's got land acreage amounts, it's got values for improvement structures, improvement types, and those things. What you seem to be focused on, there is the land valuation piece, but your bigger conversation is about, and I'm tax administrator, by the way, so I'm not part of the board, but I sit as the appointed tax administrator. You're looking at the amount of taxes paid.
Yes, sir.
Okay, three of these properties on this list are not in Indian Trail. Your property is. So you have town taxes on top of the county taxes.
The three of the ones that we submitted?
Yes, they're not in the town of
Are you
Indian Trail.
talking about the first submission or what I submitted today?
I'm looking at this sheet right here.
Yeah. How can they not be in Indian Trail? The ones next to us, and it's literally on the other side of the creek. That's where it is.
Okay, the city lines are very, I've got people that live across the street from me in my neighborhood that are in the town of Indian Trail, and I'm not.
Okay.
So that can make a difference.
All right, I understand.
That can make a huge difference in the tax amount.
But the town of Indian Trail, we could receive their tax bill as well, and they say it's contingent on the decisions that are made by the county.
The
That's
value is, okay?
And then the tax
Value
corresponds
determines the
to
tax
the-
bill.
right,
But
and
this board is not responsible for the tax bill. The tax rates are adopted by the Board of County Commissioners and the town councils when they adopt their annual budgets.
So how can we get it corrected? Because somebody that lives right next to me and their tax goes down, what was it? $480.96, while my tax goes up $579.75. That's off your website, the unioncounty.gov website. That's just for the land.
No, this has nothing to do with the land. That property is not located in Indian Trail. They're not paying town taxes.
But once again, I contacted them in reference to the
Okay.
tax bill,
Is that just purely the
and they
county
said
tax?
that their tax bill is contingent on the county's valuation and the county's tax bill. And that after this hearing, if the county decided to adjust it, they would adjust theirs accordingly, either direction.
Valuation-wise, yes, but that's not going to change whether you owe taxes to the town or not. This
Well,
other
we
property
underst-
does not.
right,
So-
we understand.
Oh, Mr. Chairman, back to you.
Yeah, this,
Okay.
this is.
Mr. Helms?
This property that he's referencing, the 50.56 acres on Cunningham Lane, a half mile away, it is valued at the land only, at $1,461,200. But they're paying taxes on the land value of $251,100, which is because they are in the farm. And that's why he's seeing such a great disparity in the tax.
Right. So it's in the farm use value
Yes.
program. That property's being farmed. Okay.
And that's what you were gonna try to tell him.
Right.
But
Yeah.
he jumped on 2.96 acres
Yeah,
and stuff.
okay. Yeah.
So, who's gonna try to tell him so he understands?
I can explain
All
that.
right, that'd be great.
No, you mean the farm use? I understand it. You can have a cow and a couple of chickens, and you can get the farm
Well,
designation.
No.
That's not it.
It's a lot more than that.
It's got to, yeah,
You,
yeah. Let
I'm sure there's some.
me,
Go ahead.
you understand it? I mean,
I do.
if
I do.
un-
You
if
don't,
say
you need to go
understand-
into that.
Yeah.
We're focused on tax increase and tax decreases, and that's it. That's all.
Yeah.
We're not trying to give you a
We're
hard time.
not, we're dealing with value. We're not dealing with
And I understand.
tax.
So
Okay.
how do we go about getting this
Yeah.
corrected? I understand what you're saying about the town of Indian Trail, and we owe taxes there too as well.
Yeah.
We understand it, okay? But their tax rate or amount is contingent on the county's tax rate and amount.
No, that's not correct.
Well, that's what they told me.
No, let me.
I just know what they tell
Yeah.
me.
no, that's
The,
that's
the,
just
va-
what you
the,
keep saying over
the
and over.
valuation determines the outcome of the tax bill, okay?
Right, right. I
That's
understand
point
that.
blank, just evaluation.
Right, I understand that.
They can adopt whatever tax rate they want to, just like the county can. The county dropped their tax rate from last year's tax rate by 15 cents, roughly. They went almost to a revenue neutral tax rate. Town of Indian Trail went above revenue neutral, they dropped their rate by 1 penny.
So they didn't do it.
So the issue is, and I don't have the ability, I can't access a certain part of our software system here. The issue is going to be the amount of tax increase that you paid in Indian Trail, but that's a budget decision. There's nothing that can be corrected about that. The same tax rate applies to every property in the county.
But the increase I'm referring to is not in the Indian Trail increase in tax. It's the county Indian tax increase, the $579 increase over the previous valuation.
Some properties will go up in tax, some will go down. The tax rate applies to everybody. It's
Well, I
based on the
understand that.
value of that property.
Yeah, but I don't
So the
understand-
valuation of your property is what determines what your tax bill is.
Okay, so, but these, what I'm looking at and what I presented to you is off the unioncounty.gov website.
I understand
Not
that.
the County Indian Trail
I
website.
understand
Okay,
that.
so when their tax next door, or next door neighbor, I know you're saying they may not be an Indian Trail, but this is not about the Indian Trail tax. This
Okay.
is
We
about the
need for you to
Union County
speak into
tax.
the mic, yeah.
I'm
But
sorry.
I think we're good here.
Yeah.
I mean, any additional questions to the taxpayer on this one? Okay?
I'm good, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Mr. Opacall and Ms. Bryan, appreciate your time today. And then I think we've heard everything. Do we need to hear any additional comments from the county?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, I think we're all,
did the county need to come and, kind of shed some light on some of the things?
well, I think they presented first. So the only thing I would ask of the county, did they have a chance to review this before the taxpayer came in today?
Probably not,
Okay,
because it just brought.
Yes, this one we did not. I think we got this one this morning, so.
Okay.
So that's why we were kind of rushing to answer
Okay.
your questions.
okay. Does any additional comments the county needs to make at this time?
No.
Okay. And Mr. Opal, Mr. Bryan, thank you all for coming, and you're still welcome to stay, during the day, but after we hear through the agenda. Okay? Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, that'll take us to hearing number 2. This is for property key number 09264003J.
Bless you.
Bless you. This is for Monroe Crossing Owner LLC, and they are not present today. They have requested that the board review the information that was provided in their absence. It's in the front pocket. It says of your booklet too. There's some additional information possibly in there.
This little thing
Yes.
here?
Right.
Okay. We got to read all this stuff.
2, 3, and 4.
Mr. Chairman, did the county have a chance to go through this book?
Mr. Ashcraft was asking, did the county have a chance to look through this information that was provided to us here?
Mr. Chairman, this information was received on Friday at 9:30 in the morning, and we had Friday to look at it. Yes, sir.
Do you need more time?
No, sir.
Okay. Then I would love to hear what the county has to say.
Yeah, and this is the mall, isn't it?
Yeah,
No,
that's
sir.
the mall.
No, sir. This is the Belk
Okay.
only.
The Belk
Only?
So if you will see, the Belk, or the mall has been divided into 10 parcels.
Okay.
All right? It is not the mall as we knew it. It is 10 parcels. One parcel is the Belk. One parcel is the center portion where the Pennies, or now the Roses, is. And then another portion is the Sears. So the mall itself has been divided into 3 parcels. And then we have out parcels for the bank and the Longhorn, the Pizza Hut, and the Planet Fitness,
Okay.
and that sort of thing. Okay, so this is not a mall appeal. They are appealing the Belk.
And is that hearing number 2 then?
Hearing number 2 is the 3K portion, which was the old Sears. I think it's been a furniture store most recently, and now Spirit Halloween.
I got J.
Yeah, J is the Belk.
Yeah, we're on J.
That's what I
3J.
thought.
So
Hearing
that's
number
here.
2 is for
Okay.
3J, yes.
Okay.
All right.
Well, so they're providing us, it's via an income approach, it's what they're,
Yes, sir. This packet contains a rent roll, which is just one piece of the income approach, and they have a pro forma for each of the 3 parcels they're appealing today.
a pro forma, so not actual.
Not actual.
Why would they provide a pro forma?
Well, I think the income is actual, but they don't provide any expense. They're going off the market for the expense.
Okay. Any idea why that would be?
I cannot speak to what they were thinking.
Did y'all have conversations with them with this,
There were email exchanges.
but no direct conversation?
No, sir. A lot of times, agents, not specific to Ryan, but they try to use car salesman approach with us, so we try to keep it to an email. So
Well,
we've got-
and that's kind of to my point. Did the county have ample time to review it, I mean, or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. And,
Absolutely. It was also submitted a week or so or 2 ago. It's in the package. It's at the actual end of the package. So it was submitted earlier than Friday, but it didn't change anything. They just lowered their value.
Mr. Chairman, I think I've read through the agenda, and I think the guy might be coming Wednesday. Did he say
That is
he can't-
correct.
He
He's-
said
he-
something, I can't make it Monday, but I'll be here on Wednesday. That's what he said.
So these three parcels they want to be heard on these. The ones on Wednesday, they want to be here to present.
Okay. And Mr. Chairman,
makes
let me
no
just
sense.
let me ask
So,
y'all-
wait a minute, I mean, they want to be here to present.
So they have appealed 50 or 60 parcels in the county. They've appealed all 10 parcels at the mall. They consented on 7 of them. The
Right.
3 we bring today are the ones they want you to hear their information
Okay.
on. And then on Wednesday, I believe they're appealing apartment complexes. There were other various commercial properties they appealed and have agreed to our value.
Okay. Let me just go down the line here and just see if there's questions.
Who is they?
Mr. O'Keefe.
The owner has engaged a tax rep firm called Ryan.
Got it. Okay, Ryan is a professional organization that does this for a living.
They do a lot of things for a
Got it.
living. Yes, sir. This is one of them.
Mr. Benson.
Well, they wanted us to review it. We reviewed.
Mr. Chairman, may I ask the rest of the board, do y'all see these pages that we have here? And
Yeah.
I think there's like a bunch.
Yeah,
But look at it.
those microscopic pages.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking if y'all, I'm having a real hard time being able to read that stuff.
The same information is in the back of the book, and it starts on page,
Is it bigger print?
it's a little bit bigger print, 38, but it is not huge. No, sir.
Okay, I just had to bring that up. I mean, we've got like 20 pages, I don't know, 30, of fine print stuff there.
I did the best I could to see it. This is a little bit bigger.
I can't read it with this.
Yeah.
I can't
Mr.
see
Smith, you got any
Um,
questions for the county?
Are you basing your basic values off the sales starting on page 18
No, sir. Those are to confirm our value. Our value is based on cost,
on cost?
and we use sales to support our value. So on
Okay.
page 25 is our analysis of 14 sales.
Right, we have the sales, because there's a whole pile of them start on 18.
Yes, sir. So these sales support a value of $130 a foot,
Okay,
and we are at $129.77 a foot.
okay. So basically, those sales
So
support what
these
you're saying.
sales support our cost approach. We do not
Okay.
value these properties at income yet for this reval, with the
Okay.
cost.
That's what I was thinking. All those comps there is what drove this number here effectively, or
No,
verified that
it
number.
verified the number, yes, sir.
Right.
Yeah, our number's derived by cost.
Okay, that was my question.
Okay?
Mr. Ashcraft?
Mr. Chairman, I really don't have any questions, and I'll go ahead and just say it out loud. If by chance, hearing 3, 4, and the other ones, I think we heard them all at one time. Is that okay with y'all?
Yeah, we'll have the clerk maybe call
she
them
can
into that.
call out the
Yeah,
numbers,
yeah,
but
but
I
I don't know
just-
that we need to, yeah,
Hash it over and over.
yeah.
Okay.
The one question I have, I mean, if they had presented all the necessary financial statements with all the
We could have
detail.
then corroborated our cost approach with income.
Right.
Yes, sir.
And
We
would
could
have
have
leaned
defended
on.
that number a little bit more.
Right.
We could have defended our value against their income,
Right.
correct.
Yeah.
But
Right.
still, we are at the cost verified with sales.
Right, understood. Any additional questions for the county on this one? Okay. I think we're good there, Madam Clerk.
Hearing number 3 is for property key number 09264003K. This is also for Monroe Crossing Owner LLC. Same thing applies. They did request the board review the information they provided in their absence.
So this is the other end of the mall.
Okay.
So this would be the Sears.
The
end.
old Sears
Yeah,
location,
yeah.
yes, sir. It also contains a portion of the concourse. It's got the Best Buy, if you know.
Yeah.
So I've lost my screen, but right here is the Best Buy. Joanne Fabrics, if you have a wife, is right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I reckon Mr. Ashcraft was too. I remember when it was Walmart.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's been a
I
minute,
remember
but it
when
was the Walmart.
Back in the good old days.
Yeah, some of the people here weren't even born, I don't think, so. Questions for the county on this one?
Yeah.
Same method, nothing
Yes, sir.
really
This
any
is also the
different.
cost approach.
Yeah.
So
Cost
we see
approach.
that, I have a sale on the first one. The malls are being broken up because they sell better in pieces, right? You'd much rather buy a 100,000 square foot piece than a 350,000 square foot
Right.
piece.
Right.
So
Is that giving them more value on the sale, I assume?
absolutely, it gives them much more value on the pieces, right? They have now 10 pieces where before they had one with a
Right.
lot of components. So
Yeah.
they could sell off a Best Buy,
Yeah.
a Longhorn Steakhouse, or the bank location, or the Belk. They could sell those pieces off much more easily than trying to find someone who could buy the
Everything.
entire site.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm still just hung up on why they wouldn't provide the operating expenses on the property.
Me too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Questions for the county on this one?
That's it.
Good? Everybody good? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're just doing the same thing. You're using the comp sales to verify the cost approach on all three of
Yes,
them.
sir. This is valued with cost, and we're using the sales to verify. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Hearing number 4 is for property key number 09264003L. This is from Monroe Crossing owner LLC. They are not present today, but they have requested that the board review the information that they provided in their absence.
Okay, this is the Planet Fitness location?
Oh, they got that too?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It has access on Secret Shortcut, but
They're busy.
that is the site.
Planet Fitness in a parking lot.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody good?
Good,
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Ziegler. Okay.
All right, and hearing number 5 is going to be your settled accounts. That's going to be your addendum A that you've seen before, where the values have been settled
Yeah,
between
it's
the
in the
tax
front
office
right there,
and
I think.
the taxpayer.
If everybody's good to move forward, we could move on into deliberation, or do you want a 5-minute break?
Please do, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, everybody good?
We good, Mr.
Yeah,
Chairman?
Please.
We'll go ahead and move into the deliberation phase.
All right, so moving into the deliberations, we're going to go back to hearing number 1 that was heard today and also on September the 22nd. This is going to be for property key number 08291001. The taxpayer is Gerald Openhall and Virginia Bryan.
Well, I think we got the information that we wanted
Yes.
Yeah.
on the
Yes.
neighboring properties.
Which equity is a concern, and I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're making it right.
Right.
Okay. So,
And if I'm not mistaken, some of the information provided is not part of our,
Venue,
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we don't have anything to do with the tax rate.
the,
And understanding it is a very difficult thing to do sometimes. So
Right.
You reach a point you just, can't explain it.
right.
So with that in mind, I'd like to make a motion, since the county lowered the value from $613,700 to the current value of $595,900 for the county, current
Okay.
value.
So I have a motion from Mr. Ashcraft. Do I have
Second.
have a second from Mr. Benson? Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. So the motion is carried for the current value on hearing 1 to remain at $595,900.
Hearing number 2 was for property key number 09264003J from Monroe Crossing owner LLC, who were not present today.
What's the pleasure of the board here?
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we accept the county's current value of $12,763,000.
Okay, so
Second.
Have a motion from Mr. Benson, a second from Mr. Smith. Any discussion?
well,
All
I
the-
mean, I think this is just gonna be customary, that they're gonna take it to Raleigh
Oh, yeah.
and go on.
Yeah.
you know.
I'm sorry, what, Tom?
No, I just think they're doing
Gonna
it
take it
here,
to
and
the
they'll
next
probably end
level.
up going to Raleigh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed, like sign, so the motion's carried for the current value of $12,763,000 to remain on hearing 2.
Hearing number 3 is for property key number 09264003K. Taxpayer is Monroe Crossing Owner LLC. They were not present today.
Okay, so what's the pleasure of the board
I make a
here?
motion, we accept the current value of $7,833,800.
Second.
So I have a motion from Mr. Smith.
Everybody else seconded.
And second from Mr. O'Keefe. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign, so the motion is carried for the current value of $7,833,800 to remain on hearing 3.
Hearing number 4 was for property key number 09264003L. Taxpayer Monroe Crossing Owner LLC. They were not present today.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we accept the county's current value of $6,015,800.
Second.
A motion from Mr. Bench and second from Mr. Smith. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign, so the motion is carried for the current value of $6,015,800 to remain on hearing 4.
Hearing number 5 is going to be your staff recommendations that were settled, which is going to be your addendum A.
Now, is that Monroe Crossing the rest of the law, or the?
Same
Yeah,
one.
Yeah,
Same
I
one.
think-
This is the part they settled out on.
They settled out
Remember
on.
Mr. Ziegler was saying they settled out on a number of them.
Uh-huh.
So I
That's
think
why-
this would be a good handful of them here that they agreed on.
Let's just kind of, can I look for a second?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, they agreed to it. That first one.
They agreed to
Got
all,
hold of it.
Everything on here is agreement.
the ones
Yeah,
that they,
The county's initial value. Notice-
Especially when you
Yep.
look at that first one.
Yes, sir.
they didn't change anything.
It's that Chestnut Park acquisition LP. Oh, Joe's not here.
We can get Mr. Ziegler or somebody to
No,
speak to
no,
it.
I'm asking y'all.
Yeah.
It's no,
Yeah.
do y'all know what
I
that,
don't-
where it is, what it is?
What do you ask?
Chestnut, that, down there towards the end, what that Chestnut Park acquisition LP.
Those are
would be.
in Indian Trail, they're apartments.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good to know.
Chairman?
Okay.
Right at the, just north and west of the intersection with Indian Trail, Fairview Road.
Yeah,
It's where, if you need some chicken, that's where you go.
okay,
Yeah,
all right.
okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we accept the addendum A for the county.
Okay, so I have a
Second.
motion from Mr. Ashcraft, second by Mr. O'Keefe. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign, so the motion is carried for the staff recommendations identified as addendum A to be accepted.
That takes us to the end of the agenda for today. We just need a motion for
Motion to
adjournment.
adjourn, Mr.
Have a
Chairman.
motion to adjourn, second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.
For real?
Yeah,
We're
you-
adjourned.
Wait a minute, she doesn't.
Wow. Under an hour.
It was really one case.
Yeah, basically. You were playing spades, you were saying one impossible.
I think I'm just.